Hello everyone, what's up? And basically what you're seeing on your screen right now is the first episode of the French campaign in Age of Empires II, or as they like to call them, the Franks, but basically it's just the Joan of Arc campaign. This is the very first, not only is it the very first campaign, but this certain scenario is kind of like an introduction to the whole thing. And basically what my plan is to basically record all the scenarios in the Age of Empires II campaigns. That includes from the Age of Kings as well as the Conquerors expansion, just because it is a really fun game. And I haven't played these campaigns in years. And also, the difficulty I am playing on is standard difficulty, because I have beaten all these campaigns on hard difficulty before, so I don't really have a whole lot to prove. And also, just for the video length's sake, I don't want to be spending way more time than I need to, and way more time editing the video down. As you see, I have been cutting out like most of the parts when I'm just walking around the map, because there isn't really a whole lot to show during those parts. And also, if you notice in the top left corner, I have like this little fraps thing. The FPS display when you use fraps, and that thing is really annoying, and it's going to drag across the screen and glitch out a little bit in this video, and I do apologize for that, and it will be gone if you do decide to stay tuned for future videos, because I definitely will be recording lots more of the Age of Empires campaign. So right there you see it drags across the screen a little. I do apologize for that, and I will fix that for the next scenario in the French campaign. But anyways, this scenario is very straightforward, very easy to do, no matter what difficulty you play on. This is the first little engagement you come into with a few highwaymen, and you just take them out really easily. And then, basically, I just cut out the little part where you're walking, and you come across a little Burgundian encampment, and then you just want to go more towards the north, and you go into a little French village, and you're going to be able to find a ram and a few extra soldiers. The soldiers are really not needed. As you'll see in the later part, I actually have too many soldiers and have to leave a few behind. But you do need the ram to break through the walls, because breaking through the walls is rather unpleasant if you're just trying to deal with pikemen and men-at-arms. It does not work out too easily, especially because men-at-arms are rather weak soldiers. So here we go, we get the ram, and for your guys' sake, I'm luckily going to cut out the part where I bring the ram all the way back down to the Burgundian encampment, because that was pretty painstaking. It did take a while, but here's me launching my attack on the Burgundians. Gonna ram down their gate, and as soon as that's done, we just flood into the encampment with the soldiers and just completely obliterate all of the enemies. And it was pretty easy. Not really a very difficult scenario. Again, this is just kind of an introduction to the game when you're first doing the scenarios. I'm not into the whole online play. At the moment, my internet is at such a bad state that I'm really not able to do any sort of online play. I did try a couple games, playing this game online with some other people, obviously, and it did not work out too well. I think I got disconnected from every single game I went in. So until I get some sort of internet sorted, this is probably one of my favorite games of all time, and that's really why I decided to record it. And I'm probably going to just be playing some of the campaigns and trying to record these, because to my knowledge, no one has ever recorded Age of Empires II campaign footage before. So I think this would be a pretty cool thing to see on YouTube. And this is something that I actually really wanted to see myself. So I figured, hey, if no one else is going to do it, I might as well. So basically this part is you just head straight through the Burgundian encampment. There's a couple wolves along the way. No big deal. But you just want to load all your troops into the boats. And you will most likely have too many troops to fit in all the boats if you played your cards right, so you just want to make sure that you get Joan of Arc in there, because she's really the only character in this scenario that's of any importance, and the rest of the guys will fight valiantly, but unfortunately they will die at the hands of the Burgundians, which I believe is some sort of evil French. And I did definitely leave the ram behind. No point in bringing it, because it just really slows you down, and there's no more buildings that need attacked. So we are nearing the end of the scenario. I know that was very fast, very quick little video here, but I did try to cut it down so I didn't show all of the walking through parts where I'm just walking through countryside. There isn't really a whole lot to showcase, especially when you're dragging a big heavy ram along with you. So again, they give you some excess troops here. No real point, because even if you can just bring 15 men along, that's really all you need. But hey, they just throw you a few extra crossbowmen and some scorpions, just to prolong the agony a little bit more while you have to drag those siege weapons along with you. And then here's the last little engagement. There's going to be a very small camp of highwaymen who are going to be a little bit bothersome and decide to attack you, but they don't really pose too much of a problem. You can also just run Joan straight through here if you're feeling confident, but I decided to play my cards safe and just take out the enemies. And as soon as you deal with the last of the Burgundians or purples, if you don't know what I've been referring to as the Burgundians the whole time, they're the purple player, and then you just want to run Joan all the way to the very end, and she'll go to the castle and meet up with whoever she needs to meet up with there, and I will skip her running to the castle now. And there we are. That is going to be the end of the campaign. Very easy, very straightforward. Again, this is just the very basic campaign, and they do get much more difficult and much longer, which is bad news for me because that's more editing. But I guess I'll just have to live with that. And I decided to bring my troops along just because after their long trek through the wilderness, they needed to stay in a nice castle town. So that is the end of the campaign. Thank you for watching, and I hope you will stay tuned for future episodes. That is all, and farewell.